Welcome back, episode 34.
Yo, how is
Gonna
everybody
change the world with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal the sick.
Hockey season is right around the corner, boys. I'm popped.
I'm
excited.
I'm pumped.
So excited.
Yeah.
I'm like super pumped.
I feel like I've just been in like a hockey, like we played summer hockey, but like there's a difference between playing and watching. I like having both.
We're in the desert right now. It's like I need the thirst to be quenched.
That's why we've kept the podcast going, because we know you guys are the same. So
Yeah. Some mirages, a little, the little waves, and you look in the distance, I can see it. The hockey season within reach, and you get to it, and then it's still not there.
Yeah.
That's our podcast. It's like you get to that mirage.
Speaking of that, are we going to be doing every week now?
Oh, you got to do
I
every
think
week.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we want to ramp up the pod this year. We're going big. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
might
get a
do-
sponsor.
We
You
might
guys get
do
ready.
every day.
Every day.
Okay, Chippy, settle down. I have to edit
we
these.
might do every day.
Chippy, the guest bedroom is yours.
Let's go.
You can wake up every morning pod.
Yeah, come and record every
Let's
morning.
just do like 24-hour pods.
Oh my god,
just won't
that's
stop.
called live streaming.
Yeah, let's do live stream pods for 20 hours.
Oh my
straight.
Breaking action as it happens.
29 days until Leafs play.
Is it
You are-
that long still?
It doesn't feel. No, there's
Give me
preseason. though.
Give me preseason. I
Yeah.
want rookie squads.
September 24th is their first preseason.
Right.
game.
That.
Okay.
You know. Hey,
Yeah.
what about the Blackhawks preseason? When's that?
Oh, Bedard. Do you think
That's
they'll even
all
play
I
him?
care
Oh
about,
my
honestly.
Will he play in the preseason?
Honestly,
Oh, they're gonna throw him in. Maybe.
Maybe like a couple of the
this,
later
this,
games.
This Bedard content this year is about to go so crazy.
Yeah.
Like this kid-
Lots of Connor and Connor highlight reels.
every like okay. I have a question. This is a good question.
All right, let's
One
humor
sec.
Chippy before we get into the rest of the pod.
Can't
What do you
contain
got?
my excitement.
Okay, this is one question. How many games is it going to take for Bedard to score his first goal?
First shift, first shot, first goal.
That's what I'm feeling too. I'm feeling that thing. I feel like it's going to be some crazy Austin Matthews type.
He's gonna Mario Lemieux it. He's gonna Mario
Is he
Lemieux
gonna Mario
it.
Lemieux it?
I think he's going to score in his second game. He's
wow.
gonna
I
he's
think he
gonna
might score a hattie.
No, like I think the first game he's gonna get like 3 assists and like come closer to a goal, but he's not gonna score the bingo till like the second or third game.
Do you even know what team they're playing against in their first game?
That would be
No,
good
but
to
that's
know.
why I'm saying it, just to be safe.
That's interesting because I think it could be some fireworks early from Betsy.
I like that.
I
That'd be great for the league for sure.
Yes.
Here's the thing: is that every time he has lived up to his expectations, he is never disappointed. You know, he's had so much pressure on him, and he just delivers every time.
Like
so
what I'm hearing from like my scouting camps and stuff, like that have been in the BioSteel stuff,
Oh yeah, I've got an insight.
the camp stuff. He's top 3 there.
He's elite.
He's top 3 there at the camp already.
You see those quads?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
he's gonna be tough to knock off the puck. His shots,
Quadzilla.
like ridiculous, but it's his shiftiness that we saw with the World Jays there.
That's
like
it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the league
His
can't
his
handle.
problem.
like he said when he came on the pod, he's an east to west player. Like he's got that agility to go from one side of the ice to the other in like a split second.
he's a big problem.
Okay, so real quick, what are you the most excited about? For me, I'm gonna drop 2.
For Bedard or for the
No, for the NHL season coming up.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
what can you not wait for? For me, I just want to see who is the opening lineup for the Leafs. That first game, puck drop, who do they have? What's their lineup look like? I'm
Okay,
curious.
I feel like it's pretty predictable though.
Oh,
Well, there's some variability.
It's
We
gonna
can
be-
get
let's
into that.
discuss later.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
Okay.
I'm excited to see the Leafs starting lineup, and I am 100% tuning into the very first Chicago Blackhawks game.
Yeah.
I gotta see Bedard and how he performs. Like that, those are the 2 things I just cannot wait
Is
for.
he center? Or is he a winger?
Winger?
Yeah, he's a winger.
He's a winger. He's a winger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right wing.
Yeah, that's I mean, I'm excited to see what the Leafs do leading into the trade deadline.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
you're holding off here.
No, because I feel like there could be it's either going to be things are going well and it's much of the same, and that's like one narrative because they're not going to change much. They might like add one player
Yeah.
because they'll have the they won't have to worry about the cap as much later on in the year. Or it'll be they're shipping out someone because they need to clear up space. Or like Nylander is like the contract negotiations are going too crazy.
Non-Leafs fans are like not in tune with this right now, but we have a big season coming up ahead, Leafs fans, and
when they win the cup.
or non-Leafs fans. Like, there's a lot of stuff we're putting together here. We're going for a cup run. So if you're not a Leafs fan listening to this, there is a lot of Leafs talk, but we can also talk about other stuff as well.
Yeah. Like you got Matt Nyes, you got
Matthew and I. Like,
The thing is, people
we're
that
a
aren't
big
Leafs
problem
fans,
here.
even they find it entertaining to hear Leafs fans talk because we're just so delusional.
says a Leafs fan. Everyone just loves to hear us talk.
Okay, I
serious.
cannot wait for when Bedsy brings out the TDR for the first time.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
just goes across.
And you can just
and
blow it up.
And I could just scream it at the top of my lungs after the game. Don't drag release. And just scream it, and it's gonna be insane.
What happens if he drops it in a preseason game? Are you hopping all over that? Because like I just need Bedard content. Give me anything. I've been tuning into the
Yeah, I
BioSteel
know.
stuff. I check BioSteel's page 3 times a day, and the NHL I'm like, give me some BioSteel camp footage of Bedard versus. Just show me him doing anything.
Jared's
against the
bricked
pros.
up for the Bedsy
Fuck.
con.
You know,
I want to see him in the preseason game. So if he drops that TDR
Oh
in a
my
preseason
goodness.
and the highlights get out there,
Does
are
he
you
have
hopping
an?
on
I
it?
don't know if he has another shot. I've never.
Oh
seen
no,
him
no,
shoot.
he's
I've never
he's
seen-
versatile. He'll be like Matthews, where like he had his signature toe drag release type shot, and then he'll like
Matthews is the original.
diversify as he stays in the league. Every summer, he's going to have a new shot that he brings to the
He's
game.
got that quick backhand forehand that he does. He
Yes,
comes
on
down the
the
middle
breakaways.
and he's a little tip tap and he goes backhand forehand and he puts it really quick over the goalie's pad. It's
Yeah.
hard to stop that one.
Chippy, you got to befriend some like prospect or like some team on the Blackhawks, like because Bedard like. Unless you're friends with
I'm
Bedard,
well,
you're,
I mean, but
yeah.
it's zero.
But
I'm
like
training him all summer. What are
you
talking
gotta get
about?
in.
I've been
You gotta
training-
get in with
I've
someone.
been training him all
Okay,
summer.
okay.
And McDavid.
Hey, the
Did
black.
you see that video I did?
I did.
That was hilarious.
That's great.
It's like just that's it because they were sitting beside each other. I'm like, yo, I was pretend like I just been training them all season.
That's
like,
great.
That's
funny.
great, guys.
Yeah.
Looking good. Like,
Yep.
Yeah,
got
you
your
got
little
it, but
clipboard
you
out.
have to get in on one of the Blackhawks games this year and just like have someone zoom in on you in the stands, like looking at Bedard, like don't drag
my-
release, don't
Yo,
drag. You're just
stop.
in the stands, like yeah,
and then getting them looking over, it's like, yo, stop.
Yeah.
Chippy's in the. Yo, look at Coach Chippy.
you got to get front row seats right behind the bench,
It's
so
gonna
you
be
can
like
be
in
like
that little voice. Is Coach Chippy actually Bedard's coach? And it's gonna be like, I gotta be right by the bench.
Yeah.
I gotta be like right here.
in his peripheral vision. Yeah,
I mean, I did notice the Blackhawks follow me on Instagram, so I'll send them a DM and
Yeah.
see if they can.
Yeah, the Blackhawks. Need to
You
send
got a
follow
connection,
this
hey?
way,
You
too.
got a connection.
Anyway, we got a big pod today. Let me go through the topics. We already started to talk about Leafs because that's just who we are. But I wanted to see your guys' thoughts on Sheldon Keefe, Bertuzzi, Domi, and like what our predictions are with like lineup and stuff.
Yep.
We got to talk the Professional Women's Hockey League
Oh, yeah.
forming. There's no longer 2 leagues. It's going to be 1 league for all the elite women hockey players.
Yep.
Shout out to
Quinn
them.
Hughes captain. We got a bit of a captain theme here. I want to know your guys. Should Quinn Hughes have been captain or Pedersen? And should Matthews be the captain of the Leafs?
Oh.
Should they strip it from Tavares early? Because like Tavares has got 2 more years after this one on the contract, and then Matthews will only have 3 left.
Yeah.
So
Welcome
like,
to
should they
Leafs
give?
Nation.
Should they give it to him now? Right.
Fair.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna do a draft on the captain theme. We're gonna do the best NHL captains in history.
Nice.
We can figure out who's going there. I came prepared, so
Ha.
well, like somewhat prepared. I didn't. I just did it like 10 minutes before the pod.
Maybe it's me and Chippy versus you.
Yeah.
And that should be it for the topic. So
I like
let's
it.
get into
I'll
it.
tell you what, Jared doesn't know what AC is in here.
You're getting a little warm.
It's hot in
It's
here.
'cause you got your
Jared-
Puck
Jared
Daddy
doesn't put
hoodie
the
on.
AC on. Jared's one of those dads that just never turns the AC on.
Crack a window,
Because
Chippy.
it's like 18
it's
degrees out.
35 degrees out, and Jared
Here,
will
Chip, you know what,
refuse
Chippy?
to
I'll
put
turn
the
it
air
on for you.
conditioning on.
I'm gonna turn it on and it won't do anything.
That's a skit. That's a skit. That's hilarious.
You know. I think for your
Just open a window, pal. No, I'm joking.
for your Bedard content,
Oh.
there's going to be enough shots of him on the bench. Like every third shot will be of Bedard.
I
first game.
know.
So
I
all you have to do
know.
is grab
They're
that
gonna-
footage.
They're gonna have it in the corner.
They're going to have 9 cameras.
Did you see that one game I was watching? It was on TSN, and it was Bedard was on the bench and they had him in the side of the frame in a little box. Like,
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
like,
right. Yeah. The picture in picture.
yeah. It was like while he was on the bench, like live. I was like, are you serious?
It's like Team Canada just sets up the most amazing play, but the color commentary is like, and Bedard is trying to screw the cap back onto his BioSteel bottle. It took him only two turns to get the lid on. Wow, that's amazing.
Is he going to use the squirt bottle or the twist off?
and he's looking up at. Is that looking at Coach Chippy in the stands, giving him hand signals?
It looks like he rubbed his nostril. He must have an itchy nose.
I leave for 2 seconds. I have no idea what you guys were talking
Perfect.
Got it. Yeah.
That's off the rails real quick. I'm just saying you should take.
Yes, bro.
You can get all the little shots and then just cut from Bedard to you, Bedard. So just make it look like you're there. Whether the Blackhawks fly in or not, you know.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there regardless. So
We could go film it in
that's how it works.
the Sadland Center in Barrie.
Yeah. Literally, that's so good.
Yeah.
All right, I got a quick question for you guys. A little bit of fun to start the podcast off with. And
We're 10 minutes
I gotta
in.
write
It's already
that, I gotta write
started.
that idea down.
there you go.
All right. What's your question?
I'll remind you after the
Yeah,
pod,
you
Chippy.
will.
All right. So put your love of hockey to the side.
No.
Okay. Well, then let's move on.
That's my answer to the question. No,
So we're putting, like, obviously hockey's the best game in the world.
Yep.
Right? But there's a lot of professional sports that you could play.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could pick any sport, you know, just put aside how awesome hockey is and pick a professional sport to play.
That's a big ask.
Just for, like, think of how much money it takes.
Oh, like if you could
how much
go
you're gonna
pro?
earn. Yeah, if you could go pro in any sport.
Okay.
Right? Think about how, like, from a pure logical standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
what pro sport would you play? Just for the amount of earnings you could take in, how hard it would be, the cool factor. Maybe you just want to be super cool.
Are
so,
you, like-
you're not gonna play like water polo?
In this hypothetical scenario, are you like in the top?
Oh, you're gonna be a
40,
star.
40,
You're
gonna be a star.
You're gonna be a star in this league, whatever
Oh,
league
well,
you go
that's,
into.
like, so easy.
What sport do you pick to
I'm
play
interested
and
to see
why?
Chippy's
This
before I
is,
say
like,
mine.
the easiest pick ever.
Okay.
Do you want to hear mine first?
No. 'Cause
No.
I feel like you're gonna steal mine.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think you guys are so separate that I don't think so.
I feel like we
soccer.
might be.
Soccer.
Oh yeah. Are
Okay.
you serious?
Yeah.
You're like all of the world, bro.
Fair.
If
You're international.
If you're you're
Yeah.
international. You're like you're just.
I wasn't actually gonna go there, but that's my the 1-2 punch for me. I would go golf just because you can play for longer.
Yeah, golf's. you
Oh,
can play till
the
you're,
extended
like,
career.
And like if you're in the top 20 even in golf, like you're always in the running for like those top
Yeah, if
earnings
you win
and
a
like
Masters, you can
sponsorships
always
and
go
stuff.
back and win
Yeah.
again. You can play
and,
again.
and I feel like your fame is a lot long. Like if you're good at 20, and you have that real, like, the spotlight is on you for say your 20-year career playing.
Yeah, like people
Even
still
when-
know who Ricky Fowler is.
And Jack Nicklaus.
And like,
and,
well, I
like,
mean,
all
he's
these
still
guys.
he's still playing competitively, like
Yeah.
in
Well,
the
look at Messi.
PGA, but like,
But even when you're like 70, you can still show up to tournaments and be a stud, and you
Yeah.
can play in, like, against the older guys. Like you're still.
yeah, there's a lot of money in golf even after retirement too.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
you
golf,
have
no,
that
golf's like the best, but like in terms of like just being
Maximum earnings
just
and
being-
popularity.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
terms of
It would
being,
be
like,
soccer,
a
easy.
superstar. Like look at
Yeah.
Messi's coming over to 38, just had an amazing career. Now he's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm just gonna go over to Miami and just dominate.
Just dominate the second tier
Yeah,
league. Yeah.
like,
He is doing great. You
just
see
bought
the
a $10
highlights?
million mansion and
Well, it's
right
like
by the water,
that's like Matthews going and playing in the KHL or something though.
I don't know. Like I've seen, you know,
like
during the
Miami.
lockout years, and the NHL guys go and play in some of these. Like I think, what was it Patrick Kane in his prime went and played for like some Swiss league.
Yeah.
And then you go look at his stats, and it's like, oh, he had like 7 points.
they're
in
just
5.
coasting
I know
out
they're
there.
just,
Yeah.
but like you want them to go and get 9 goals a game over there, but they don't. Like,
Yeah.
hockey's not that easy. Like to just go dominate.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not.
actually,
not like soccer,
arguably,
basketball.
arguably soccer, you could say, isn't as easy to dominate either because it's like such a large field. There's more
Yeah.
team
But
play.
Messi's doing it.
Like if you're
Yeah.
a striker,
His
I-
highlights
I
are
don't-
great.
I don't know enough about the game.
I do think though that if you're in the scoring position, like you're playing striker or even
Yeah.
midfield, like
Yeah.
you're going to be involved in a lot of the goals. Like that's just how it happens,
Yeah.
especially if you're like one of the best players.
You know what I love?
I used to play soccer. I was a
Oh, yeah.
midfielder. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was pretty good.
I played at recess and I was so.
Same, yeah.
like,
Did you play full tackle soccer?
yes, we
Yeah,
played
same.
Full contact.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
You had your
then-
own
and then
rules.
It would be me and my 3 friends versus the rest of the school.
You'd have to have you'd
Maybe
have
still
a
win.
I'd have a spotter. You'd have a spotter. So you'd have someone that's not playing like a sub in and they'd watch for the teacher and They'd,
Oh, that's
they'd
great.
signal if you're allowed to body contact or not.
No.
Yeah, we had spotters too.
The recess monitor that walks
Yeah,
around.
like the
Yeah.
teachers just like if they have their back turned, then you're like, okay, good.
Contact is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so.
Wow.
Yeah, recess got real physical.
What I love about Messi is that he is just toying with guys out there. You know, when he has that ball one-on-one, it doesn't matter. There's like, 20 other guys in the field. And he's just having fun. You look at his face. He's enjoying himself out there. He's having a good
He's
time.
playing beer league. He feels
That's
like.
what I'm saying. He's messing around, making a like he's getting
Yeah.
paid more than ever. Well, his contract is pretty well crafted.
Mm-hmm.
For me, if I could pick one sport to play, it's gotta be football. Give me the QB.
Football?
Yeah, Joe Burrow just got the bag. Highest paid quarterback of all time. I think he's getting like $250 million over 5 years, like $50 million plus per season.
Man, but you got these guys coming down on you every game. Like,
Every game.
It's not sweet, Jared.
Every game.
Football's not sweet like that, brother.
There's 16. They only play 16 games.
Only 16,
16
but look at
games, 17.
look
now.
at who's coming at you every game.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Tell
matter.
me,
Oh
tell me
my
that
goodness,
after you
brother.
watched the Super Bowl final last year with Patrick Mahomes, like basically busting his ankle and still.
Oh.
trying
I
to
just
play
spin
through.
off those guys, whip that ball, give me my money.
Yeah,
These,
easy.
These QBs are huge. Like you don't look like like
They're bigger than the average
Roethlisberger,
person.
Like
Yeah.
these guys are huge.
I'd be
These guys
big
are
then.
6'4".
I'd be bigger.
These guys are 6'4".
Here's my sell: is you get paid a mint. You're only playing 17 games, and like
Bro.
only 9 of those are away games. So you're just chilling. You're just
Those
chilling at home.
17 are equivalent to like 100 hockey games.
Not a
bro, like-
That is true.
No
there's,
way.
There's
Hockey,
there's
no.
less travel and time investment. I mean, but they're like just as busy through the entire offseason. Like they have to be in peak, like competitive,
Dude,
physical,
these guys-
angry form.
These guys are the greatest athletes in the world.
Oh, please!
Football
Hockey
players are the greatest
no.
athlete in the world. Like, bro,
No.
no way. Like in terms of just athleticism,
No,
no one's more athletic than football
hockey players are the most
No
athletic.
chance.
You see,
No chance.
No, there's a difference
I'm talking
between
about athleticism.
athleticism.
I'm talking about like
and
physical specimens.
there's the difference between athleticism and skill.
Yeah,
Hockey players are some of the most skilled athletes.
but
in
we
the
can
world.
play every sport.
That's the skill.
that's
That's skill. That's not
coordination.
athleticism.
That's
Like,
coordination.
Okay.
Hockey players,
Yeah.
I think, are the most coordinated. Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
but in terms of athletic, like these guys are probably these guys could be track and field stars too. Like these guys
That's true.
These guys
yeah.
are jumping. These guys are
Yeah.
sprinting.
Yeah, it is
These
impressive
guys
when they're like running.
are-
They run, they jump, catch the ball, sprint full speed, and then do
And
a
then
flip,
hammer someone,
and then flip.
they're running into
a straight arm someone.
300-pound linebacker that's built like a just brick house.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a different game, but
You know what? You're kind of right. Hockey used to be that way. And it's not anymore. Like the NHL now, they've got away from it.
Well, hockey has gotten more and more skilled,
Yeah.
and naturally that means that more and more hockey players are going to be better at other sports too because they're just
Yeah.
skilled.
So you don't
people.
crush people anymore.
yeah. Like I think football, the more skilled you get, the more bigger the hits get because you're dipsy doodling and then boom.
So what I'm getting from this is that Hayden is the softest. He wants to play golf. He just wants to walk and have
wanna
someone
chill,
carry
wanna
his
chill.
clubs.
Yeah,
Right? He just wants to hang out and take.
I
nice
compete
walks.
against myself. You
Yeah.
know? Like, yeah.
Then Chippy coming in at the next softest with soccer. There's no contact. If anyone touches him, he'll fall over and cry.
I'm just-
Chippy's got the soccer player build.
I'll be
so-
coming in with Ronaldo and Messi I'll be at the Bad Bunny concert on stage with all the guys.
And I want to only travel 9 times a year for the away games. The rest of the time, just chill at home and go to a couple practices. One game on a Sunday, easy. That's light work. Give me a Sunday morning, light work.
Talk about the practices you got to be doing, the plays you got to remember.
Oh yeah.
The you got to go study their defense. Oh, have fun with the notepad open, notebook all week. You'll be studying for
Alright.
the exam all week.
Well,
that was a fun.
I guess
segment.
what is the the best sport to play? Let us know in the comments if you're listening on YouTube or even
Oh,
on
okay,
Spotify.
I actually got
Yeah.
another
You got one?
that I've been playing a lot recently.
Yeah.
And this game might be the greatest game in the world.
Uh-huh.
It's a mixture of what Hayden likes, golf,
Yeah.
and frisbee.
Frisbee
Disc
golf.
golf is insane.
Oh,
It's
disc golf.
fun.
Yeah, it's
Disc
fun.
golf
yeah.
is probably the most
Okay.
fun game I've ever played. Like I've been addicted to it. Like I want to start doing like disc golf vlogs.
It's pretty much golf with your hands.
It's
right?
pretty
Like
much you go for a walk, but the walk's like 15 times more fun.
yeah,
And-
walks are
and it's
boring.
free. You just go to a park and it's a beautiful walk through the forest.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're throwing it's honestly
I've played a bit of it. It's pretty
disc
fun.
golf is underrated.
But what do the athletes get paid?
Well, if you start making some content, you start building a brand in the space, and you start
Chippy's gonna build
marketing yourself properly.
disc golf from the ground up.
There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be
No.
Coach Drippy. I'm gonna start doing trick shots, like kind of like that Brody Smith, just that.
Yeah,
That guy was big.
Bro,
Yeah.
huge.
Just get into pickleball, man. That's the next big sport.
I see it's too saturated now. Everyone wants to do it.
saturated.
Disc golf's the next wave. I'm telling you, disc golf's the next wave. Everyone's gonna play it.
I believe it. Like anything
So
Chippy puts
fun.
his mind to, he can
No,
make
it's
happen.
so
What are we covering
fun.
first here? The Women's Hockey League?
No, I wanted to see what do you guys think? Are you happy with Sheldon Keefe's performance over the past years?
Oh my
and do you
gosh.
think
Oh,
that
that's
he's
what we're starting
gonna?
with?
Do you think that he's gonna stay around for the full 2 years, or are they gonna have to switch out after they miss out in the playoffs again this year?
So-
When are they bringing Coach Chip in?
Let's get a real coach, eh?
Yeah.
Come on. They extended his contract, and then the article was like, he hasn't missed the playoffs since he took the helm or got behind the helm of the Leafs. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, and they said something like he made it to the second round like last year. I don't know. They're trying to drum it up, make it exciting.
That he's made advancements or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Put me behind the bench of that team. I could open the door for him and take him to the first round every year. Like you got Marner, you got Matthews, you got Riley. Like it
should be automatic.
pretty much.
Tavares and Elander.
Exactly right. It's expected that they make the playoffs, but to his defense, they have set records for points. I think 2 years in a row, or gotten pretty close to it. Like they've had really good seasons.
But then you look at the Leafs records versus like some other teams, and it's like they actually don't have that. That's not that high of a pedestal to reach if you have
Right.
top end talent.
So I'm just saying, like, am I that impressed? No,
He's a
because
player's coach,
like
though. He's a player's coach.
you could just open the door for those guys, and they'll take you to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think
Every
that
season.
the perception of Keefe is that he's a smart guy. He makes like some questionable decisions. He likes to experiment, but I feel like
They like
they need someone to like light a fire under them and motivate
That's
them.
exactly where I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I feel like he's built the respect. Like I feel like in order to light a fire under these guys, like you can't, come in for the first year and like Matthews knows Sheldon now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you got to build I think you got to build the respect. I think it takes about like 4 years to 5 years to like, all right, Matthews, like.
there is something to be said for
You
that.
to like
because I was talking to Jeremy like last week or like whenever we heard about Keefe extending, and I was like, we need someone like Bruce Cassidy to come in, but then you think about it, Bruce Cassidy coached the same team for quite a while with Boston, and he built it up. But then does that theory hold true when he goes to Vegas and wins the cup in the first year?
yeah
Like,
Aggressive.
yeah it's-
like, and just when you hear about like the way that he deals with like people and like how he was let go from the Bruins, like in his own living room or something. That was a whole
that what
crazy
happened?
story. Yeah. They came to his house. Like you can just picture, they're like, oh, how's it going? Can we sit down? And then they're like, yeah, we're not bringing you back.
Wow.
oh my
Go read about it. I'm
That's
I'm
a
paraphrasing heavily, but
Okay.
but yeah, and he just seems like an absolute beauty of a guy, and obviously knows how to motivate a team. And like the
Yeah.
Leafs have the talent. They need someone to like keep them dead focused for a whole season and playoffs, not just like the regular season. and then
Are we gonna go 82-0 this year?
I'm gonna wager, yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Like I feel like we built an unstoppable roster.
No, there's no.
Revo.
What is
we got
that's
Revo,
never been done? Has
Pappy.
it ever been done? It's
Has-
happened in
has there
football
ever
because
been
there's
this
only
uns-
16
has
games.
there ever been this of an unstoppable roster built?
The Leafs aren't even top
The Leafs have an
six
unstoppable
in
roster
roster.
right now.
Okay, where do they place in the league?
in roster composition right now.
No, at the end of the league, what place are they
We're talking roster composition right now.
in? When the league is over, we're gonna look back at this podcast. Where are they?
In
Top.
the overall, the whole league.
Are they 7th, 8th, 3rd, 2nd?
I think they finish 9th.
Oh,
Whoa, that's low.
wow, 9th overall. I think they were
That's
4th last year. were they not?
Crazy.
I think they finished 9th.
Oh, did they? Okay.
And I'm happy about it because then they can at least have a first round where they might be the underdog. Technically,
They're top 5. They're top 5 easy.
Give me a number
Their number in the league.
in the league after 82 games. They finish
They're number 1.
first in the
They're number 1 in
league.
the league this
all
year.
right.
I'm
Vote
gonna
it.
I'm gonna say 2nd.
I say second. I say second too.
Oh, you gotta.
gotta-
because the President's Trophy winner never wins the cup. So
Okay, we're gonna switch spots then.
Yeah.
If you're taking 2nd, I'm taking first.
yeah.
You know what? They are first. I was gonna say New Jersey might take first overall.
no,
I said it in the.
you don't even believe that.
I
No,
said
I
it
like
in,
I like them. I
in
think
a
they got good players.
in a past episode. I said that the Leafs are going to have to get worse before they get better.
Yeah.
And what I meant by that is that they need to not have as good of a regular season so that they can heat up in the playoffs.
Yeah, you want them to.
And like, I don't want to see them have it. I don't give a shit
No,
if
I
they
wanna
have
see
a
it-
great
yeah.
regular season.
Facts.
I want them to heat up in the playoffs.
I was joking. They're gonna finish 5th. They're gonna finish 5th, 6th, 5, 6.
Chippy likes my line of thinking there.
They're gonna finish 5th or 6th. They're gonna coast. Pappy's gonna be, popping out for a couple golf rounds in Arizona throughout the season.
So who's got the best squad then?
Leaves.
Then they're first overall. No,
No, I don't think the Leafs have the best squad.
who does?
I
does?
think, well, you could argue Vegas or Colorado, maybe even
Maybe the Senators.
no.
Not this year.
No, they're heating up, and I like some of the decisions they're making where they're like signing young players and
He's
trying
got
to lock them up.
Tarasenko too. Like they're gonna be a problem.
Oh, did Colorado grab Tatar? Is that what you said?
Oh yeah, just today.
Ottawa grabbed Tarasenko.
Yeah, Colorado signs
Ottawa
Thomas
cares.
Tatar 1 year, 1.5, but that's like not a game changer. But it's just adding another depth piece that
a
could
depth player.
score in the like bottom 6. Anyway, side note there.
Tarasenko. I want to talk about that for
There's at least 5 teams with higher, like better rosters than the Leafs right now.
Tarasenko to Ottawa. Are Ottawa making the playoffs?
I think they're going to be fighting for a wild card.
They'll fight. They'll fight for a spot.
They'll be like the narrative,
All
like
right,
the
all right,
ones that
hot
squeak
take,
in or
hot
something.
take.
They're in.
Hot take. They're number 1 in the East this year.
Woo! That's hot.
That is hot. That's spicy.
That's spicy, but I don't know, dude. Kachuk,
Stutzla,
Shabbat,
Yeah, Tkachuk's got that energy.
Giroux,
I feel like
Tarasenko.
Tkachuk's got
What are
that.
we talking about?
Tkachuk's watched his brother
Exactly.
perform in the playoffs, and I feel like he wants a piece. You know?
Yeah.
So that's why I think that they're going to squeak in, and they're going to be a problem for whoever faces them in the first.
They
round.
might go on some crazy streak. I'm
He
calling
wants
it right
Dad
now.
to be
They're gonna
proud
go
of
on
him,
some like 12 gamer or like 13 gamer.
They'll be like the Devils of
They're gonna be the Devils.
Yeah.
But it's interesting though. I feel like the Devils, they're going to be better, but I feel like they're not going to be as good as like they're overhyped.
Yeah,
It's
they
like-
kind of had a
Like
miracle.
like
Yeah.
New York was last year, like the Rangers. They were so overhyped. Everyone thought they're going to be like top dog, and then they just flaked in the playoffs.
Or have they finally realized their full potential? Now that they've seen it, they're gonna transcend to an even higher level and just
Maybe.
Jack Hughes is really like that.
they're on the come up. They got a lot of young talent.
Yeah.
And if they performed well last year, they're all
I feel
getting
like-
faster, stronger.
I feel like it's just
Smarter.
like it's like one of those cases where the expectations are starting to catch up with them.
Yeah.
And they're gonna need a few years to figure it out. Like they're gonna be elite in like 2 years.
So that's sort of how I felt them going to the playoffs. Like, oh, they're a little bit, high on their own. Like,
And goaltending, what do they got for goalie? I can't.
Yeah.
I don't
What's their
even know.
defense situation look like?
Got Dougie Hamilton.
Yeah,
Oh, they got Dougie?
Yeah, they got.
Oh, they got Dougie?
They had him.
They got
last season.
Dougie?
Yeah. I don't know who else they added.
They got Big Dougie?
Excuse my ignorance. All right.
Anyway,
Where you going
still on the Leafs. There's lots to talk about with the Leafs.
Okay.
Domi, Max Domi is a Leaf.
Him and Pappy. See that photo with him and Pappy? Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
I didn't see that.
concert.
Yeah.
It's
Wait, where were they? Where were they?
They at some concert.
Paint a
At a
picture.
concert?
Paint a picture before.
It was on
'cause I didn't
Instagram.
see
I was on Instagram scrolling the other day.
Not a view of the
Oh.
picture.
Yeah. So I'm so
I was in my, those patterned PJs with the
I know. I'm like,
I was
little
on
bears on
Instagram.
them. I was wearing those.
and I saw both Pap and Big Domi with their big smiles.
yeah,
Their big
beauties.
big beautiful smiles they got.
Future line mates.
And I think they're future line mates. I think I want to see Marner Matthews Pap. Or
Marner Matthews, Domi. You want two Matthews?
I want to see Marner's Pap and
Domi.
Domes.
I want to see Austin. I want to see Poppy and Matthews on a line together. Okay, so that picture of Domi and Pappy. Then someone else found a picture of Ty Domi and Matt Sundin, like identical pictures.
Oh,
Yeah,
like we're living in we're
It's
reliving experiences that have already happened.
yeah, exactly.
Simulation theory.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how small Domi was, Ty Domi. Like he
yeah.
thumped people. He was a beast out on the ice, but standing next to
legs,
Max,
bro.
or I didn't realize how big Matt Sundin was. I think he was like 6'3".
Yeah,
He's
Sundin's
a
big
big
guy.
boy.
Hell.
Yeah.
Big boy.
But yeah, very contrasting, and like arguably Domi was more of a beast on the ice, even though
So
Sandin
that's
is bigger.
what I love about Max is that I saw him play in the O, and he's got heart. He cares. I saw him in the World Juniors. He's a spark plug. He
That's what I'm
goes. He
saying.
wants
I
to
think
win.
that's
least
what
need that.
Matthews needs.
Yes.
Some mojo.
I think him and
yeah.
I think Domi and Pappy. Like I saw that photo, I'm like, oh yeah.
Shit's
Yeah.
happening
Yeah, yeah.
this
Like
year. yeah.
Matthews and Domi this year. Like I think they need to play because Domi's gonna bring out that fire.
Exactly.
Like, Pappy has fire. I've seen him get mad.
Yeah.
I've seen him get angry. Matthews is not gonna be fun to play against if Domi's in his ear
True.
and they're in the corner
On the
and they're
bench,
both hammering guys.
firing him up.
Yeah.
Domi's going out hammering guys in the corner. Pappy goes in and hammers a guy.
Here's the thing.
Marner grabs the puck.
There we go.
Dishes it back door to Pap, and it's a goal.
Yeah, Marner
That's
scoops in
practically-
after them.
you just take that and superimpose it over one of their goals, and you just called it. That's exactly
Joe
what's gonna
Bowen,
happen.
swap it in.
I saw Max play. He's got that heart. He's got that fire. He wants the puck. He goes harder than anyone else on the team. He's a little smaller, but he's a spark plug. And when he gets out there, like he's been bounced around the league. No team has really given him that opportunity. Like he had a little bit, but then he gets bounced to what was he on Columbus and then Dallas and like
He's got identity now. with the
yeah.
Leafs. He's got
And now he's on the
identity.
Leafs.
Oh.
Don't you think he wants it? You know,
Yeah.
And he's got stuff to prove because his dad was a
He's
goat.
got-
He was like because now
Exactly.
he's got to kind of play that gritty
yeah.
play,
that fire is going to be lit again.
and that's why.
And
he needs
I
to be on
think
the
he's
first
gonna
line.
perform.
That's why he needs
He
to be on
is
the
going
first
to
line.
perform.
That's my take.
Okay.
I think if anything, he's just the like
Okay.
out of everyone on the team, he has, like you said, he has the desire to play well as a Leaf. He wants to be here, and that hopefully catches on with the other guys, spreads like
okay.
wildfire, right?
If I am Sheldon, like this is where I'm gonna have like this year Sheldon better like dial it in, listen to Coach Tippy.
Yeah.
You got him on speed dial.
Well, you need to because if Sheldon doesn't at least try Domi, Pappy, and Marner, like if he tries to like not like just doesn't try it,
Yeah.
like he needs to like jumble those lines early.
He will. He always does.
He always
No,
does.
he
mixes
If there's
it.
one
He does
thing
it
that he does is he mix up line.
Not
what I
not
don't-
until it's too late. Not until it's like he refuses until it's
Yeah. The
like-
trick is because new players, it takes a bit to adjust to a new team, right? New systems, all that stuff. So like what I don't want to see is like they try Bertuzzi on the first line, for example, works okay. Then they drop it after 3 games. Then they try Domi, maybe it doesn't work right away, and then they're like scrambling to decide what they want to do. I want to see them like, okay, make a decision, stick with it for like 10 games.
Yeah.
And give them a chance to find that chemistry, find that fire, or whatever, play for each other. Like, because like even in men's league, you get used to playing with certain guys, right? You know how they play.
yeah
In the NHL, it's got to be that just
Oh, yeah.
amplified by
Sure it is.
like so.
chemistry. The
But yeah, I can see the Leafs having at least some very good narratives with Domi.
Yes,
yeah.
I just
In the
like
top
seeing
6.
Domi and Pappy hanging out because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, Pappy's gonna have whoever he wants on his line.
It's just
Yeah.
crazy. So they've got Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares. Those are the top guys. And then their supporting players are Max Domi, Bertuzzi, and Matthew Nyes.
Oh, nice!
You know
Oh,
what I mean?
I
Like
forgot about
those
nice.
are all potential like
Mm-hmm.
good big point
nice.
boys.
Yeah, nice. That's gonna be interesting. Who's gonna be
Saying.
playing third line?
Then they got Revo
Yeah, he's just there to fire the guys up.
And
He's
there.
a biz nasty
Don't
type.
and
touch
guy.
Dylan
our players.
Gambrell or whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know.
don't
I don't
touch
even
our
think he should
players.
make the lineup. But
No.
yeah.
Yeah, they just keep signing randos here. I don't know what's
Do you
going
think they'll put Reeves in front of the net just on the power play?
on.
Just to,
No,
just to-
JT's.
No, he won't be able to get back.
I think Vegas did that a couple times.
yeah?
They just threw him in front of the net to cause like
Maybe on the
chaos.
second line power play.
Yeah.
JT's there on the first line.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, second line power play. But
yeah.
but like, do you think that he'll like actually be effective like on the second power play, like
I do.
just
Sure.
putting bodies in front of the net?
Yeah, if he's screening the tender, like he's gonna be a nightmare in front.
Yeah, cause some damage.
Yeah, he's gonna be. You can't,
Anyway, we're excited for
fun
the
with him.
Leafs.
Yeah.
Oh, can't wait.
And the hockey world is excited for the Professional Women's Hockey League.
yes, that's
What were you guys' initial thoughts on that? The 2 leagues
amazing.
not
It
being anymore, and that was
just
one.
makes sense. I couldn't believe there was 2. Like how are
Was
you?
it the PHF and I can't- I
yeah,
don't know the
I'm
other one.
honestly not
WHA
too,
or something
too
like that.
informed.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I just couldn't believe that there's 2 professional women's hockey leagues because I'm like, you need to have a unified voice. That's like just
Mhm.
you know
And to show all the best
So
players
where-
on one stage like the NHL does.
saying yeah.
is it
best-
Toronto,
best for the brand.
Montreal? Where are the cities?
Toronto, Montreal,
Minnesota,
Austin, Chicago,
Boston,
Minnesota.
Chicago.
and Minnesota. Yeah,
6.
was that 6 or is that 5?
That's 5.
Ottawa has one.
Ottawa.
Okay,
That's what I
Ottawa.
missed.
Two in
Yeah,
Ontario.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's very
It's
interesting.
it's a good mix, and we got Toronto's got Sarah Nurse, I think, and then I can't remember. Mary Philippe Pillan plays.
Is our
Is going
team
to play for
drafted? The whole
Montreal.
team, or?
I'm not sure. Was it, or could they just sign wherever they
I was
wanted?
trying to find. I looked up how did they make the teams? Did they just do a straight draft, or players just sign wherever they want? And I couldn't find the
think-
information on how they made the teams.
I think players needed to like opt in that they want to play,
right.
and then the teams probably just offered things to each player, and then they decided. But it's probably more location based. Like if you're if you're,
If you're from Toronto, you want to play in the Toronto team.
yeah, and like if like Mary Philippe Pillan, obviously she wants to play in Montreal. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I think they just kind of did it like that, and like hopefully every team has like a star player that they can market.
Oh yeah.
Right, and that's probably why they did those cities, is like because they each had a player that they're like, okay, yeah, we can get behind this player and build a team around them.
So I found a few interesting facts about the league.
Mm-hmm.
The women's hockey league is fully funded by the Dodgers co-owner Mark Walter.
The baseball team,
Yeah.
okay,
So there's one guy. It's actually his foundation or whatever. Is just fully funding the league.
right.
That's huge.
That's interesting.
To have one person just be like, yeah, I don't know how many millions does it cost. It's got to
Right.
be expensive to
I don't
run
know
a full
why we
league.
Run a league.
Well, the salary, I know that the salary range for it is like somewhere between 30 and 85K or something.
35,000 to 80,000 is the salary that
Okay.
range, and
Right.
each team has to sign 6 players for 3 years at least at 80,000. So there's got to be 6 players making 80G
Right.
on your team.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
I
I
guess
guess
they can't just sign everyone minimum and make a team and be be the Arizona of the professional women's hockey league.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
so.
That'd be, imagine the
I like
NHL
it.
did that. You need at least 4 players that make 10 million,
Yeah.
and they've raised the salary cap.
yeah. Like you got to pay these.
You have
guys.
to play like the Leafs, or you have to
Yeah.
build a team like the Leafs,
Oh yeah, that actually would be fun.
because that's
they'd be like,
essentially the equivalent.
yeah.
right?
Oh no, it'd be fun. Like out of the 32 teams, be like, okay, who just got like, okay, here you go, like the nice guy deal.
Yeah,
Right? Like,
like
who
who
got the
didn't
10 mil?
deserve it but got it because they needed to.
Yeah. Oh, we need to.
Yeah.
There is a salary minimum, isn't there? There's a minimum.
Yeah, there's a minimum
it's
salary.
league min.
That league min.
min.
It's like
No,
No, but for the team,
for the team.
there's a salary floor. It's called.
Oh.
Floor. Yeah.
yeah, and like teams like Ottawa have been at it for quite a while. Not anymore. Now they're spending because they were so cheap for the longest time.
'cause-
Arizona is always there. That's why they're taking on like ghost salaries to like take LTIR contracts and get them to the salary floor.
Are they? They're like the 3-way trade team where
Yeah.
it's like we'll trade it to you, you take half the salary, and
Well,
then we
because
trade
they
again.
basically take that salary and get them to the cap floor, so they don't have to pay actual money to players.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so smart though.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to the topic. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Are we good?
We're good. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Moving
gonna say,
on.
do we know the broadcasting? Like, are this
Oh, where
gonna,
the
is this
games
gonna
are
be on
played.
TV or what? Like, do we know? Because I think it's great for the women's game if we could get some.
I'm sure it'll be picked
broadcasting.
up somewhere.
It's
I haven't
got
heard
it. Like
any
I
of it.
mean, there's what ESPN 50 in like Hayden and I were in the States. We were in Florida.
Yeah.
We're trying to catch an NHL game, and we went to like ESPN 1, ESPN 2, ESPN 3, 4, 5, 6. We got down to like 6. There was I think women's Div 3 softball games being played.
Yeah. Heck, I was in the state in Maine, here in Aurelia, Ontario,
Yeah.
and they didn't have the Leafs game on one night. They had like all the other sports, and I'm like, is this an American brand? Like, why are they not have like the hockey game on? There's 3 hockey
Yeah,
games
that's
on right now.
insane.
What are they?
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, can you put the hockey game on? They're like, sure. They put it on. It's like Philly versus. So I'm like, what are you doing? I'm
Yeah.
wearing a Leafs hat.
Yeah,
like,
let's get the Leafs game cooking up. No, that'll be interesting though.
Yeah. So I mean,
It's played.
but yeah, they have the Dodgers co-owner, so you know, like he's involved in sports.
Broadcasting,
They
they might know
have to
someone.
have like some sort of deal set up.
Yes.
I feel
in the
like
States.
with the women's league, the professional women's hockey league, I should say the full name. If I feel like they have an opportunity to be innovative in how they present the game,
They kind of have to be.
and like I want to see like different rules. I want
Oh,
to see
okay.
like longer power plays. I want to see like
Mm.
I want them to be the ones that like pioneer experiments, because why not?
Yeah,
Like
that'd
make it
actually be cool.
entertaining to watch because of the new like rules, and like they're trying to innovate the game.
Yeah, I think
And
that'd
like
be
live streaming on Twitch with like people like
Yeah, that'd
like
be
that type of stuff. would be
different, like a
interesting
different
to see.
marketing approach.
Yeah, like because
Yeah,
like there's
yeah,
all
yeah,
these
yeah.
kids online. It's like they're watching streams. It's like, okay, maybe I'll watch hockey for a bit.
Yeah,
And they're like
that's cool.
maybe they have like the announcers tune in with the Twitch stream, and it's like you can interact more with the fans, right? Like
Maybe
something like that could
Coach
be fun.
Chippy on Twitch announce.
Yeah, there you go.
giving a
Chippy
little-
can
now becoming a commentator of the game.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. So I saw a clip of Larry David, and he was getting interviewed for some podcast, and he said, like, if you could change one rule, what would you change? And Larry David says, I would get rid of the goalposts. He said, why is a game being decided?
Wait, what sport?
Football.
Football. Okay.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh,
No, you didn't. I was,
Okay,
like,
my
I was
bad.
like, why would you? How do you play hockey without goalposts?
So, yeah, no, he was talking about football. My bad.
okay.
And he said he would get rid of the goalposts. He's like, why is a game where like the whole point is to like you got your 4 downs, you throw the ball, you got a touchdown, all this stuff. But then the game is decided on if one guy
Can kick a ball
through some uprights. He's like, it makes absolutely no sense. And if you kind of think about it, pretend that rule did not exist in football, and then someone just said, hey guys, we should decide the game by a guy kicking a ball through like posts that we add in the
It's like that's great.
Everyone
Now,
would be like,
let's do a
that's-
coin flip.
I know.
right. Nobody would be like, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Right. So it
should
kind of
be-
makes sense.
It should be 4 downs. Take it to the house. You cannot kick the ball. It should just
That's
be
what I'm saying. You can't kick the ball. Just keep on playing
4
football.
downs to the house.
Yeah, I mean for me that's more exciting. I'm not a football player.
Basically, always
fan.
go for the conversion. Yeah.
Yeah, like always go for it. That's the exciting part of the play.
Yeah,
It
that's-
is. I kind of agree with him. But since we're talking about the women's hockey league and changing rules, is there a rule change that you would throw in there to make it a little more exciting, or like what would you take away?
I think I would make it so that the power plays don't expire when they score.
Oh. I thought you were gonna go. The power play doesn't end until someone scores.
No.
I
No,
think,
no,
I think
no.
it would be cool to do some
Okay.
3-on-3 or something like that. I don't know. That's something I like. I would love
Oh.
to see a 3-on-3. I like 3-on-3.
There's a 3-on-3
I think 3-on-3 is the most.
I feel like
Interesting
I
hockey.
feel like the only thing with that is that it's tough to get. Like it wouldn't be a good comparable to the NHL, like in terms of like rule structure, and like you can't have as much players on the team,
No,
so
we're
then
crea-
there's
we're
not as
create-
much
we're
women
creating
that
a
can
new
get
league.
paid well,
Oh, fair.
right? Like because on a 3-on-3 team, you're not going to have 6 lines, like so.
You
There's
could have
going
more
to be
teams though.
Yeah, but I feel like it's easier to like.
What about
You want to take over the core markets like they're trying to do with regular hockey.
Yeah.
Like 3-on-3 is exciting and whatnot, but I feel like with the women's league, they
You're
almost
talking to an
need-
innovator right now. Just so you know, you're talking to a creative right now.
what about contact?
I
You
feel
have
like-
I
contact
don't
in
want
the
to
league?
see the same game. I want to see a
I know,
different game. I
feel
want
like
to see
though
a changed game.
With women's hockey though, it's like you need the extra players out there to snap the puck around, make nice passing plays, and have exciting goals.
But
I
3
feel
on
like
3
3
is
on
like ultimate exciting goals, the ultimate snapping
But
and around.
I feel like you need like the top, like because I'm gonna be the one to say it. The women's hockey league isn't gonna have as much talent as the NHL or even like some
That's
like,
a hot
Swedish
take.
leagues
That is a hot
in
take.
men's hockey.
Women are extremely talented.
I feel like they need to find ways to make it an entertaining product
Fair.
that people want to watch and support women and play like it'll be great hockey. But
Yep.
I'm just saying I don't want it to be 3-on-3 because they're not going to have like the fancy moves and all that stuff.
I'm going to solve both your problems here, guys. So there's a penalty. Instead of one person in the box, 2 people in the box. Every penalty is a 5-on-3. There you go. There you go.
That's interesting.
I'd go 4-on-4. I'm done with the 5-on-5 stuff. Ice is too big, or ice is too small.
Yeah.
Not enough action going on. Give me some 4-on-4.
All right, 4-on-4. That's what you're going to change. All right, interesting.
4-on-4. 4-on-4.
Fun. All right. So anyway, well, hopefully we can tune into that here in Ontario. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I'm
it'll be
excited.
televised somewhere,
It's got to be.
and we'll update you when it starts. I don't know when their first games start.
Talking about innovation, they should be the one who lead, like bring the players more in front of the cameras on social media. Like, they essentially need to be a media
The
company.
behind the scenes type stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
Make their own rivalries through the players. Like
The NHL locks everything down. Like, you can't see games. They're all like, you got to pay. Everything is like under lock and key.
Yeah.
The only thing you see of the players is like these really like stuffy interviews with them after games and
Right.
stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels a little like they could open up, have a little more fun with the game, right? Maybe that's what they can do to innovate a little as well.
right.
Yeah, get creative on social media. And that's what I like. I like that social media. I think is an awesome way to market, and it's the pretty much only way to market now. Like if you're trying to reach any audience, everyone's on their phone. So finding cool ways to utilize that.
Yeah.
to
Maybe
grow, that's how you grow the game. Like that's really even the NHL. Like it's all through social media now. expanding your audience. You can reach people across
Let
the
the
world.
girls bring their phone on the bench.
Let's get some. Yeah, let's
And
get
like
some,
live-
let's get mic'd up on the bench. Let's do
Live
some
posting.
live streams.
Live posting on
Heck,
TikTok.
let's get Coach Chippy behind the bench for a game. You know what I mean? I would love that.
Tap into the drama.
Let's tap in. Let's
Yeah.
let's go. Let's make this a whole show, baby.
Yeah. All right. We're looking forward to that.
Let's get everyone invested. You guys, you gotta get them invested into the players and the teams.
That's it. They gotta know the players.
So you gotta know who they are. It'd be funny to get some good.
Yeah, the
I bet you there's
storylines and stuff.
storylines.
Tons of
Yeah.
probably good like funny characters that are playing.
It'll
in
be
the league.
interesting because obviously they don't have as much of a budget for marketing as like the NHL.
No.
So it'll be interesting how they utilize social media and all those platforms to reach a wider audience.
Well, it's organic.
Because they're going to be forced to, right? Because they're not going to put in like millions of dollars of marketing budget.
That's
right?
why that's like leverage something like TikTok, which is
Yeah.
all organic marketing. You don't have to pay $1 to
Exactly.
post a video.
Hey,
right?
Big Daddy Mark Walter might reach out to you, Chippy.
Yeah.
To do a few highlights.
Yeah, Walter.
eh?
Hey, what's Walter?
You got his
Mark
number on
Walter,
there?
buddy. If you need some help,
Yep.
Chip's got you.
All right, moving on. Quinn Hughes, the new captain of the Vancouver Canucks. What do you guys think?
I mean, I like it. Pedersen seems like a good pick, but I mean,
I think
All I
I think
know-
it's more to do with the contract because
Right.
Pedersen signed a 3-year deal, I believe, whereas Hughes has, I think, like 5 more years on his
Right.
contract. So and he's been around long.
oh, yeah,
Did I
he's drafted him.
did
Yeah.
I mention I played against him?
No,
I think I did. I have before, but Quinn Hughes played for the Toronto Marlies growing up, and I think they were like number 1 in Ontario. We were number 2 or something like that.
so he lit you up.
No, I think it was just always a good battle.
Was he the captain then?
It was always he was a.
Does he have a proven
yeah,
history
I
of
don't know
being
if
a
he was the
captain?
captain. It was Strome. Strome
Oh, yeah,
was
that-
on that team. There was a couple. Who else was? There was a lot of good players on that Marlies team, but I remember, playing against him. He was so good on the point. I was a defenseman too, so my dad would be like, "Oh, watch this kid play. Like, watch him gather the puck with speed, pal."
Right. You know what?
And then his dad was saying in the same. Watch this Chippy kid. Eh?
Oh yeah, these were
Quinn.
No, it would have been like this guy for an undersized defenseman. Quinn, are you seeing how this guy is laying guys out, and how this guy is not backing out from anyone? Do you see how he took on our toughest guy on the team, and he was the smallest guy on his team? It didn't matter. That's what he would be. That's probably what he's saying after he played like Chippy. He'd probably like, are you seeing how there's this competitiveness? Are you seeing how he got the stick high?
So it's interesting that the Hughes are from the States, but they play in the GTHL.
Yeah, so they played in Canada all throughout their whole minor hockey career, and then they go to the States and they represent the States.
Chippy's voice changed because he is holding some biosteel in
biosteel
each
mouth.
cheek.
Yeah, they played minor hockey in Canada, and then they just go over to the States. And
It's wild. You know what? Even in the summer,
we-
they didn't leave because they trained at.
that's what I'm saying. You got to represent Canada, though. You know what I mean?
They trained at the BTNL with my buddy Deej there.
That's what I mean.
They would stay there all summer and just
They're
train.
they're Canadian.
Pretty much.
They were built to play. Yeah. In an alternate universe, I would have liked to have seen Quinn Hughes on the same team as Jack and Luke.
I would love to see
and
him on
like
Team
captain,
Canada.
assistant captain,
Be
captain.
wild.
Yeah.
I would love to see the boys on Team Canada. To be honest, I think they're dual citizens.
Yeah, slide them over, eh?
Slide them over to Canada.
Slide 'em over.
Let's come over to Team Canada, boys.
Yeah.
Coach Shipping knows.
It's only fair. Yeah, I mean, I like seeing that. He obviously there's a lot more to being a captain than just what you see on the ice. It's all about leadership and that sort of thing. So if he's a good guy in the dressing room, which we know nothing about,
Yeah.
right, then give it to whoever's the best at connecting the players and getting the guys fired up and shows good values on and off the ice.
Speaking of connecting the players, lighting fire under each other, I feel like there's a discussion to be had in Toronto with that, with JT being the current captain. But I feel like personally, and from what I've perceived from the media, is that Matthews is a true leader in that room.
Oh.
And the players look to him more so than Tavares.
Who told you that? Did I mention that to you?
Yeah, you're in the room,
Did
right?
I-
you
did I
got
mention that
the
to you?
inside
Did
scoop.
I let you know that?
I told Chippy, and then Chippy.
Yeah, no, I've been around the boys a lot this summer, so it's been
Yeah.
hearing a lot of stuff. I got to keep it on the low down.
Can't really reveal too much.
Can't reveal too much, but yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Tavares, great leader, great captain, and at the time it kind of made sense, especially because Matthews had like some incident that had happened off the ice that kind of was bad timing. I feel like he was gonna be the captain at that time, but then he
Was that the
underwear-
pantaloons,
JT
the underwear?
yeah
No,
Underwear scandal.
No.
That was the tamest like scandal
Wait, what
that
happened?
ever happened. He was hanging with his boys in Arizona, right?
Oh, in the car, someone came up in the car. Or
No,
something?
like some security guard says they gotta quiet down or something like that, right? And he drops his drawers and grabs his cheeks, or like
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Okay.
and then this,
Pap, we can't be doing that, Pap. Okay.
but
Yeah.
his underwears were still on, right? Just drop the pants and
But
like
still,
I know,
I
know.
wouldn't do it.
I know.
I would like.
So anyway,
But,
there was
like,
that happened.
as far as like bad behavior,
We
while
let it go. We
While,
let that go, guys. That's hilarious.
guy, as far as bad behavior while under the influence, that is the tamest,
Yeah, that
most
makes-
playful. Like
That makes me want to make him captain more.
so what? So they just smeared his name across all the newspapers like sexual assault. I'm like, no, Matthew. Like they made it out to be this huge thing.
I remember that.
And then I read the article and I'm like, what? That's it? I mean, obviously it's not the best.
It's hilarious.
It's just
conduct.
disrespectful.
It's
is all it
hilarious.
is.
And but
Comedy.
I think the girl like I don't know.
Oh, was it a what?
It was a girl
Oh,
like
okay.
a
Okay,
security
let's-
guard. So then she like really
I didn't know the
like,
context. Okay.
but I think she built it up to be a little more than it actually was. Like
Okay, it's still okay.
he's walking away, drops his pants,
I know,
goes,
but
and then
still,
we don't need to break down
Yeah,
the whole event.
yeah,
it was a
okay.
big thing back then, but we're looking back on it now.
Okay,
it's kinda
maybe
funny.
I didn't know the context. Of it.
Anyway, I thought that he was gonna be the captain.
underwear
back
were
then.
still on, guys.
I thought that he was gonna be the captain then. I thought he still arguably should have been.
He needed some time to grow up a little.
JT probably had been told by Dubas, like, you have a strong chance to be the captain here with your history as a Leaf. Like, that was part of his, like, pitch to get him over.
Yeah.
I feel like.
The Leafs want to be vanilla. They want to be safe. You want to give the captain to someone who's safe, you give it to Tavares. All this guy does is think about hockey. I was at a rink. It was 35 degrees in August. Beautiful weather. Papi's probably in Arizona just chilling at the pool, throwing the football around. A bunch of guys are at the beach. They're partying. Some people are in Ibiza.
How'd you know? Did
Right.
I tell you we were?
Right.
Did I tell you we were in Ibiza with him?
No, sorry.
I tell you I was over there
No,
this
I saw in your burner account the stories.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Marner's on some yacht partying. Tavares is in the rink. He's on a single sheet of ice. He's with a coach. It's just him and this coach, and it's like 8 a.m, and he's just working on coming out of the corner.
Let's work on that foot
Coming out of
speed,
the corner.
JT.
And
Let's
that
work
he
on
did
that
it.
foot speed, JT.
He did it for like an hour straight. The
I would have had
exact
ankle
same-
weights on and working on that foot speed.
So that's the type of guy Tavares is. I did an interview with him. You guys have all seen him on TV. He's
He's very vanilla.
He's flat.
Yeah.
He's flat.
What's
So do you think that he should
vanilla?
still be
This
the
term,
captain?
guys. I don't know what what does vanilla mean.
Like, he's just plain.
He's vanilla.
So do you think that Tavares should still be the captain, or should they give it to Matthews this year or next year?
okay,
or what? would you do?
What does it even mean to take the captaincy from someone?
can't-
Like,
you can't,
He
like,
almost has to surrender it. No?
Yeah, JT
I think
would
it-
have to give it
I,
up.
I think they would have a discussion with him. Like, look, like, your contract's coming up. Matthews just signed an extension. The boys love Matthews. We just gotta change something up to mix up the room and get us to the next step this year.
Pappy's gonna be bringing Coach Chip to the games. Pappy's gonna be bringing Beebs to the games.
Okay, I'm
Let's
Tavares.
give him the.
I'm Tavares right now. Break the news to me.
You want me to?
Yeah, are you the head coach?
Okay, JT. It's honestly we love you.
Thank
We absolutely love you. You're a great captain. You've represented the squad
Mm-hmm.
phenomenally.
Are you taking the captaincy from
The
me?
boy, the boys are a little.
I
bit-
bleed blue and white.
The boys think you've been a little monotone with the speeches. Okay.
What do
the boys,
you mean by that, coach?
The boys think you've been a little monotone, and they want
I give really excited.
they want some swagger in the room. Okay. So we're gonna have to.
swag. Look at me,
So
coach.
we're gonna have to
Look
take
at my-
that COA. We love what you're doing. Keep getting in front of that. Keep
COA.
tipping those pucks in.
You remember the time I
tipping
wore
'em in.
those pants and they were the funny
But
pants?
what about the pajamas?
JT, I'm gonna need you to hush up for a second. Let me deliver this, okay?
I wore that
Um,
suit that was.
JT, do you want to be on the squad this year?
Remember that cool
You-
tie I had?
If you don't allow me to speak right now, JT, it's gonna be a big issue. Okay,
I'm a party.
we are gonna have
Party
to.
in
We're
a-
gonna have to. We're gonna strip that seat. We're giving it to PAPI
Okay, coach.
because he's been training with Coach Chip all summer. That's why Coach Chip. He's been training McDavid, Bedard, and now PAPI. And we know Pappy's gonna have a breakout year again. He's gonna score 65.
Can I still have the middle seat
Yeah.
on the bus at the back?
You are gonna be at the front seat. We're gonna keep you away from the boys at the back
You're
because
gonna
the
be
boys
sitting next to the
because the
pilot on
boys at the
plane.
back we like to get
As long as
We
you
like
keep
to have
my-
some fun,
my favorite
JT. We like to smile at the back.
as
The
long as
boys
you
at the
keep
back
carrying
like
my
to
favorite
smile.
kombucha.
But the good news is we're
No, we
giving
love
you
JT.
a
We love
kombucha
JT.
deal.
Okay. As long as I have my.
That was fun.
All right.
Yeah, that was an improv. That was improv with Coach Chip and Coach
Just
Jared.
stripping the C from you, eh?
I think I'm happy either way, but the reason that I'm asking that question
Yeah.
is because Matthews signed an extension. Tavares has 2 years left on his deal, but if say they want to wait till Tavares' deal is up to have that discussion, that would mean that Matthews only has 3 years left on his deal.
Here's how I feel about this whole situation. If Tavares is a true leader, a true captain, he will walk over to Matthews and hand him that C and give him a big pat on the back and say, buddy, you earned this. And that is the best thing that's going to happen to get that young squad fired up and going. I think if he wants to lead the team, that's what he'll do.
I'd love
That's a
that. That would be
great
unreal,
take.
yeah.
I think that needs to happen.
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
Because I feel like Matthews has shifted into to be the person that people look at.
Yep.
When they need a goal, who do they look at? When they're looking for someone to like get fired up and like get momentum in the game.
when they need tickets to the Bieber concert, who are we looking at? Who are we looking at?
But off
You
the
know what I mean?
off-ice stuff
ice,
is
who we look-
important, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Who are we looking at off the ice? Who's like
When they look at who they want to take golfing on the links.
Exactly.
You got Matthews.
Pappy?
Probably Muzzin too.
Pat.
Apparently he's a stud golfer.
Yeah, he's stud too. Yeah, like
Yeah.
JT needs to surrender the C to Pappy.
But we love JT as
And
well.
we love JT.
Great player.
We love JT.
Great guy.
We absolutely love JT.
Just need the mojo to switch around in the dressing room, on the ice,
That's what they
off
need.
the ice.
They need some fire.
Yeah. And I'd love to see Matthews with the C, just wrecking guys.
Yeah,
like
and
you know, like
and
it'd be a
not
different
Morgan
beast.
Riley. It's not Morgan Riley.
I love Riley, but no,
I
it's
love him,
got to
but
be
it's-
Matthews.
It's got to be Matthews.
Got to be Pappy.
It's got to be, man.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of captains, are you guys ready to do a draft of the best captains in NHL history?
Yes. One sec. Does Matthews even have an A, or is he still doing that alternate thing with
No, he's got an.
Marner?
He's
Like,
got
we
an
were
A.
both.
Yeah.
We were doing an alternate captain.
Oh
with,
my
like,
God, yeah,
that.
it was
What
like
was that?
That was
I
dumb.
felt like I was in minor hockey.
That was
again, like-
before they made JT the captain, though. That was like they were just like swapping the A's around.
No, they had him wearing it at home. It was Marner, and that way it was all season. It was like that.
No. Right.
Yep.
All right. Who wants to do the draft against me?
I'll do it.
Chippy, go.
Chippies, you're going?
I'll do it.
I'll be the note taker.
I'll do
All right.
it.
I feel like
So what is it?
it's best captains.
Drafting the best hockey captains of all time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to do NHL.
Drafting the best NHL captains of all time.
Yeah. You know, I can just clip it all together. You don't have to do it like 6 times to get it right. Here,
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting,
I'm going to mute Jeremy.
brought to you by First Choice Haircutters.
All right, Chippy, rock, paper, scissors. Are we doing rock, paper, regular Canadian style?
Pretty good announcer voice.
Rock,
Paper, scissors.
All right, Chippy's first.
Chippy wins. Big surprise.
Yeah.
The best captain of all time. I'm
Drum
gonna
roll.
go.
We gotta get this drum roll going.
Wayne Gretzky.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wayno.
Wayno.
Yeah.
Draft's over.
Cue the music like that sitcom over. Just walk off.
Draft is over. Not much to say.
The first pick that's a no brainer.
I mean, the thing with a captain is the players look to how you behave, but they also look to how you play.
you
And
have to be a lead on the ice as well.
Gretzky lad.
Yeah, 100,000 points a season.
Yeah, around there. Pretty close.
Yeah.
All right, Hayden, you're a first overall pick.
I was kind of torn between two. This would have been my second pick. I was kind of torn between two for my second pick, but this is going to be my first one. I gotta go Stevie Y.
Oh,
Oh,
Geiserman.
thank goodness.
great.
You didn't take the one I wanted.
Oh,
I just
Stevie Y. You didn't even watch Stevie Y
I
growing
did.
up.
Oh,
no,
he was
you didn't.
great.
I watched
No, you didn't.
highlights of Stevie Y my whole childhood, and I saw I would go back and watch key moments or whatever. Like he just
Stevie Y.
seemed like the clutch player, the guy that everyone on
position
Detroit
Steve
looked
Y?
at.
What position?
Right wing,
Is he?
I think so.
got me.
Is he
I am not a position. I don't even know what hand.
Yeah,
it is.
Jeremy doesn't pay attention
He
to
doesn't even
anything.
know.
like
You don't even know
that.
what position he is.
I'm pretty sure he was right wing. What? Okay, what, do you know then?
I wouldn't draft him. I don't even.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't even know
Okay.
anything about him.
What's your second pick then?
He was a great player.
I
and
know,
like, he
I
represented
don't know anything about
Canada.
him.
Yeah, he's a great player, great
Okay,
captain.
mine
I wouldn't have taken him first. though.
was centerman, wasn't he?
Mm,
This guy said right winger.
Give me your pick.
He goes right winger.
make your pick. Make your pick.
Oh, my pick.
Yeah.
My pick at number 2. I'm taking Sidney Crosby.
Oh,
Oh,
Sid the
And,
kid.
and like just he came in the league, lit it up. People like he came in the league when it was tough, when there was still a lot of hitting, getting crushed. He had to change his game. Concussions. He persevered through those. He fights guys. He's won 3 cups.
Yeah.
What else did he win?
I think the fact
Olympic medal, gold medal, goal.
Olympics, yeah.
World Junior gold.
World Junior.
Sidney Crosby.
He's the real deal. And the fact that he stayed with the whole team, like that's always
And he's still on the
you
same
gotta
team.
love that.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
I don't think there's a better captain in the ever than Sidney Crosby.
What a pick. Hayden coming
I
in.
knew he was gonna drop, so I can't believe you didn't take him.
No, there's some better ones out there. I think I love Crosby.
No way.
But yeah.
I
Debate,
disagree.
debate. All right. So who do you got?
Before I make my next pick, I wanted to just justify my last pick
Yeah.
by saying that Yzerman is also a GM now. So like he's truly like invested in like hockey and like a leader
Leadership.
off the ice as well.
Yeah, Gretzky came around, tried to coach, wasn't that good.
Yeah, like he wasn't a personal guy off the ice, really.
Oh, he's coming after his captaincy. Wow.
Anyway, for my second
What position was he? What position did he play?
I couldn't even find it.
Oh my goodness!
Because he's
You don't
got
know anything about him.
Because he's got so much establishment as a NHL GM now.
That has
that
nothing to
when
do
I
with
sh- when I Google him, that's what
no.
shows
That
know what
has
Steve
nothing.
Yzerman's position
That has
is?
nothing to
GM.
do with the captain. That has nothing to do with the captain.
Okay.
What he did on the team. Those are not the same things.
Chip, you'll fight to the
No,
death
your
about
logic doesn't make
Okay,
sense.
let's see.
Talk about when he's not in the league.
He's an off-ice
We're
leader.
talking when he's not in the league anymore.
He's an off-ice leader.
That's not when he was
Sidney
in the league.
Crosby's gonna screw off and not do anything after.
Okay, well, I mean, Wayne Gretzky started his own business.
Doesn't mean
He
he's not
started his own
an amazing
winery. So
leader.
what a
Yeah,
great leader.
What a business leader he is. Let's
Yeah,
talk
all
about
the-
a business innovator.
his family.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. My second pick. This is just better than Crosby. It's Mario Lemieux.
Lemieux.
And same with him. He's involved in in hockey operations after the NHL as well. He's arguably could have been the best goal scorer of all time
Yeah, he's
above
very
Gretzky.
skilled
There's a lot of
player.
Lemieux fans out there that say he was a better goal scorer than Gretzky.
Okay.
Just saying. That's a great
Well,
pick.
how many goals did you have?
Okay, you can't just
He
quiz
had a
me
shortened
on
career.
stuff.
He had a shortened
He had a shortened career, yeah.
He
What was his goals per game?
he's right up there.
Yeah, he's
with-
got to be right there.
His points per
You think
game
he's
is
there with
comparable with
Gretzky?
Gretzky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even close.
He is.
He is,
Yes.
yes.
Not even close.
For points a game, yes.
Goals per game?
Points.
I'm talking about goals per. Talking about goal scorers.
Well,
You
then
said goal
talk
scorer.
about Mike Bossy if you want to talk about goals.
Goals per game.
All right, Chippy, what's your third pick?
What's my third pick?
Yeah.
My third pick.
I know who you're going, and it's you're going too new. I already know it.
Going too new. You're going way too old.
It's in all time.
We are talking all time. You guys are missing a few that
Yeah.
need to be on
All
this.
time.
I have one that I bet you Chippy's not going to get.
Yeah, because you've been researching all day. I'm going off the dome piece.
All day. It was
I'm going,
5 minutes
I'm going
before
off
you
the
got
dome.
here.
I don't research before I come on here. I'm coming off the dome. These are the greatest captains of all time.
And number 3 is
I'm going Jonathan Taves.
Oh, Days.
Not who I thought you were
I'm
going to
going
go. but-
Taser. This guy's been through everything. 3 cups, dynasty. Still, he's taking a step back.
He was
this
on my
year.
list.
Captain Serious.
Captain
He
serious.
is a good. He's a good leader. Yeah.
He's a great leader. He leads by example. There's never been anything in the news that.
Did he
Taves is
retire
done.
this just
No,
recently?
he's taking a step away.
There
from
was
the game.
the whole Blackhawks.
No, there's absolutely nothing that Jake
wasn't him,
Taves.
though.
No, it's not him.
Yeah.
World
I'm just
Junior.
saying he was a
you
part of the
remember them
team,
World?
so.
Do you remember World Juniors when he scored those goals?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a goat.
Great player, great
Great
leader, good pick.
I'm looking for a couple still.
Playoff player. When I'm talking about playoff player, we're talking about playoff players right now. You go Taves.
It's the best captains,
Very
not playoff player.
You could count him.
Leaders.
Very
The
dependable
best
player.
captain is the ones that does everything for the team.
What I love about him is that not only was he skilled, like he is a two-way player.
He
Right?
put everything on the line.
Yeah.
Everything on the line. He's gonna win that face-off. He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch
You
those.
could count on him.
you
He was
watch
a
those
joy to
Chicago
watch
Stanley
in his
Cups. It
prime,
was
too.
crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Coming number 3 for Hayden's team.
This one, I'm amazed that it dropped. This is the guy that I was torn between doing second or third. That's Marc Messier.
Oh, Messier.
Yeah.
There's a goat.
I met him at the
He was a workhorse.
in Nashville.
Yeah.
Called him the Moose.
Met him for a brief second. You're picking all these guys that you've never watched any of them play. So like I don't know, what did he do? What was he good at? Like I don't even know.
You're going off of history and like education of knowing like what players have had the biggest impact on like hockey itself, you know?
Yep.
So for
And-
me, I only grew up in
and
my world,
captaincy.
so like I don't know what kind of impact he would have had back then on the. But I know right now what these guys that I'm watching have the impact. So it's like, I feel like it's
I'd
we're
say-
going
I
with
feel like-
we're going with a complete different look at how we're
Yeah,
drafting right now.
That's fine. You do you, I'll do me.
There we go. Chippy.
Because these guys are what they're going to be talking about in 2080. They're going to be like, oh, Crosby's going to be the Gretzky. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I'm just going to go ahead and say that you took Gretzky first overall, but Lemieux came after. Stevie Y came after Gretzky. Like they were drafted later than Gretzky did. So
I know, but
technically-
Gretzky.
Yeah.
That was just because it's like I knew.
Because of history and because
No.
of knowledge of the
No.
impact they've had on a game.
No, that's just
on
because
the game.
That's
and,
because that's a
and their
smart. That's a
team.
smart draft. I'm gonna take the best player of all time, and then I'm gonna follow it up with the greatest captains of all time. Is what I'm doing right now.
Yep. Okay.
Your
and
fourth pick.
Number 4.
My fourth pick is gonna be Alex Ovechkin.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna go with him.
Yeah, Alex, to talk about perseverance, talk about not leaving a team. Did your captain stay on the same team the whole time? Because my captain stay on the same team except for Gretz, because he likes to move around a little bit.
No, he
But
was
Crosby-
heartbroken when he got moved.
Crosby,
Yeah.
Taves, and Ovechkin have not moved teams
Fair,
their
yeah.
entire careers.
Fair.
Won cups, persevered through all the media. Alex Ovechkin.
The ups and downs.
Oh my goodness, Alex Ovechkin's hilarious. You can watch his old videos. He's doing pranks. He's that guy. You know.
He's him.
He
Ovechkin is
loves to play hockey too. He
Ovechkin is
loves
him.
to score, so it's like he was
And
fired
a
up.
bit of a story on Ovechkin as well. Rasmus Sandin, former Leaf, now plays for the Capitals. I heard him on the 32 Thoughts podcast. He
Yep.
was talking to Elliot Friedman, and he was saying how welcoming Ovi was to him, and like he's like they were asking him like, so does he like tell you got to put the puck in this spot, and like for like setting him up on the power play, right? Because Rasmus is a good power play guy.
Yep.
And he's like, no, he says, just get the puck to me and I'll figure it out. Like, just pass it to me. Like,
I saw him.
pass it hard and I'll figure it out. You
There's
know,
a
like,
clip if you could find it. It's like Wilson, Ovechkin, and then that was the first time Sandin. Like I just saw like the chemistry. These guys are. If you watch their pregame stuff,
yeah.
bro, they're having the most fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Out of
Ovi
e-
seems
like,
like a
Ovi's
guy.
like-
He's out there having a good time
Bro,
always.
like,
Yeah.
it's like he seems
So
unreal.
I think Ovi must have shifted his philosophy because I remember a new defenseman got added like maybe say 5 years ago, and then there was a clip on Twitter just showing them like after practice, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't go down this road, but I could see it clear as day. Ovi was in the Ovi spot, top of the circle.
Yeah.
And this defenseman just kept feeding him pucks and he kept shooting, and I know he's like training that guy. I'm like, okay, send me the puck. This is what I do. Send me the puck, and you know he's gonna give that feedback.
Yes,
Like
and
they
Right.
didn't say that in the tweet, but I'm like, yeah, they're working on that shot.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
I'd
New
like-
guy needs to know.
I would like to also say Ovechkin is the greatest scorer of all time. So we're talking
Okay,
about
greatest
you
goal
said
goal
Mario. No,
I
Alex Ovechkin.
Well, I'd say Ovechkin is the greatest power play goal scorer
Yeah,
of all time.
Ovechkin's the greatest goal scorer of all
he's
time.
just a specialist.
period.
He found one way to
Period.
score, and he cheated the
Period.
system.
Dude, have you seen? Go look at his highlight reels from when he was 2008. He's coming down the wing. He's cutting middle.
That's
There's
true.
not a way this guy can't score. He could tip pucks in front. He can bounce it off the boards, tack the net, falling. There's not a way this guy can't
You
score.
can't. But the thing
He's the
is, you
greatest
can't
goal
say
scorer of
that
all
he's
time.
better than Lemieux if you said earlier you didn't grow up watching him. So
Lemieux did it with 3 guys hanging off him because they were allowed to hook and
Guys,
hold.
Yeah.
Guys,
While he
they were-
had
they-
cancer.
The goalies didn't have helmets in Lemieux's age.
No,
What are we
come
talking
on
about? These
now.
guys didn't have helmets. They didn't
Lemieux was
have-
like 84. It's
the
like-
goalies, there was 15 goals a game. I mean, I could have scored 15 a game playing in that era. What are we talking about?
Hey, I'd love to see you get 15 in our first men's league game.
Look at the equipment size. These goalies take up the whole net now. It's and Ovechkin's still operating at this level.
We need you to get 15
Serious?
next
What
game.
are we talking about comparing?
Sunday night, we need 15
comparing a
from your
game to
chippy.
then. I
Hey?
mean,
All right,
insane.
Hayden, your 4th overall pick. You got Stevie Y, Lemieux, Messier.
Holy.
What an elite roster
Whoa,
right there.
that roster. I think Hayden's maybe seen an hour of these guys play in his entire
We've got
lifetime.
2 notable guys
There's
missing.
I would say you've seen under an hour of these guys play.
Maybe 3 actually.
Chippy, I'll humor you because my next 2 picks, assuming you don't take one off the board, are guys that I watched when I was younger, and they're elite captains, elite leaders, elite players too.
All right.
I'm gonna go one because I think that I can squeeze the last one in the end, and you're not gonna pick him. I'm going Matt Sundin.
Oh, wow. That is a great pick because I'm a Leafs fan.
It's a great pick.
He was a great captain.
Where was the success though? How did the Leafs perform with him as a
That
captain?
makes you sad.
This is, I blame that more on the Leafs organization than Matt Sundin, to be honest.
You know what, though? If we're looking at that squad, they had a really good team, and those guys would go to war for each other. Like Darcy Tucker, Domi,
Yeah.
Corson, Sundin. Like, those guys cared about each other. And
That's
they
the
wanted
legacy
it.
that Leafs have been living on for the past like how many years?
There hasn't been a team
my
like
whole
that.
life pretty much
Yeah.
is that's been the guys that people refer to when they talk
That
about
was
the Leafs.
the team. And you and I were blessed to grow up during that era where they're fighting Ottawa and just destroying them first round.
That
just
was
sending
like
them
my first
packing.
memory of watching like playoff hockey that I was like excited about was
Oh,
watching
yeah.
Sundin against Ottawa. Yeah.
Chills watching that. It's
Yeah.
Great pick. I like that one.
Yeah. Chippy, what's your final pick?
Oh, yeah, we're at final. No.
5th.
Yeah, one.
Yep.
Yep. 5th pick. Old Chipster here.
I'm gonna go. You wanted the Sundin pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I got it.
I'm going with someone better than Sundin. Doug Gilmore.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go Alfredson. Eh?
Doug
Like,
Gilmore.
Dougie.
Dougie G. We're going Dougie G.
Alfredson was on my list, but I'm not going him.
Dougie G.
I thought he was gonna counter.
Dougie Gilmore.
All right.
All right.
And I was gonna say someone else.
Did you
I
watch
was gonna
Doug Gilmore?
I was gonna go back even further.
Did you watch Doug Gilmore?
I wear number 93. Why do you think I wear number 93?
Because you liked
seen a ton of Dougie Gilmore versus Gretzky battles.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So Dougie Gilmore.
All right. I'm rounding out my last pick. This is a guy that, again, I'm going with the theme here, still is active in the NHL,
Oh.
not playing, but still involved in leadership, and that's Joe Sakic.
Oh, there we go. That's a great pick.
And I grew up watching him as well. He was my favorite player when I was younger. I would play. He would be the guy that I wanted to be in the NHL, like 2004 game or whatever. I'd always
yeah.
want to play with Sakic because he had the beauty wrist shot.
Joe Sakic.
But yeah, and he's proving yet again. He knows hockey players. He knows how to want to make guys stay around and be a good leaders. He's leading the Avalanche to freaking crazy success so far, and I can't wait to see what else he does with that team. And he was a great leader back in the day too. Like everyone spoke great things about him.
Let's do top 10.
I'm
I
gonna.
could keep going with this.
No, we gotta cut it off.
I could keep going with this.
I mean, maybe I should have drafted too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with some honorable mentions that I would have grabbed for sure.
Yeah.
Number 1, Rocket Richard. I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't watch him play or anything like that, but
Like-
you know he won a ton of cups.
Yeah.
And
Have
he
you
is
seen that
revered.
movie?
Yeah. Yes.
I want to watch that movie again.
Right. Like you know that
The Rocket or whatever it's
like,
called.
and that's what I'm saying. Like I've read articles about him. I've watched little like mini documentaries about him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like you know that he loved.
You've seen him in the Hockey Hall of
We
Fame.
just knew exactly what this guy was like back in 1970.
I mean,
It is a different time, but he bled for like
that's what I'm saying.
like
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
just
Loved
Yeah, that's
the
what I'm saying. We
team.
could have
Yeah.
like.
He loved the city.
Yeah.
I would have said Dave Keon. That's who I was gonna.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna go with instead of Gilmore, but I went something a little more original. But it's
Mar-
Gilmore's.
Rocket
put out
Richard.
just on the list. Put Gilmore / Keon.
I mean,
I
what
also-
captain won the most cups? It might be Richard.
I would have said Nick Lidstrom too.
I
like-
just-
that was.
I was just
I
about
got it
to
out
say-
though. No,
you-
you weren't. No, you weren't, because
I have
I
it
said it.
written down. I have it
I
written down.
said it. I was gonna say Nick Lidstrom on my last
No,
one, but I went Gilmore.
Lidstrom was a tiebreaker for me with like the bottom, like the 5th pick.
What I love about Lidstrom is that he wasn't like the goal scoring. He was what every team needs is great defense,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like you need to count on your defense. And when you have a guy that's that dependable, like the best defenseman of all time,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're going to say Bobby Orr as well, but as far as a defensive defenseman, it was Lidstrom. He was a shutdown guy.
Yeah,
He-
he won cups too.
They won cups, and like Detroit just didn't miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
No,
While
I,
he was
I,
there.
I met that whole team. I met Lidstrom,
Nice.
Zetterberg, Dotsuk,
Yeah.
Holmstrom.
Yep.
That team. It was 2007, the year they won the cup.
Yep.
Datsuk's probably my
got to go
favorite
to the
player of all
Warriors.
time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and Lidstrom spans generations. Like he was on that team
Zetterberg,
forever.
the whole team was
Yeah.
insane.
Another one, Ray Bork. Well, noticeable missing one there.
He was on my list, and I met him. He's a
Yes,
great
yeah.
guy. So I wanted to put him in, but I couldn't justify a top 5. Easily top 10 for me though.
Jerome McGinley.
Oh yeah, Iggy. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be a bunch of people who, whatever team they.
Yeah, whatever teams. We're sorry if we missed your favorite captain on your team. You know,
I think that's a solid captain's list, though, right there.
if you had to pick a winner, who would it be?
I mean,
You let us know in the comments too on Spotify and YouTube, etc.
all right, let's stack them up. Stevie Y, Mario Lemieux, Messier, Sundin, and Sakic versus Gilmore, Ovechkin, Taves, Crosby, and Gretzky. I mean,
I'd say it's pretty even, honestly. Yeah.
it's hard.
It's
because-
era. We're talking about eras now, and that's it's an interesting list because, I mean, I got a little bit of both. Hayden doesn't have any new era. Like for me, that's shocking. You don't think there's been anyone in the last 15 years?
We really have to do a deep dive into the character, not just what they did on the ice. But for me, like I see what they did on the ice. So
I feel like
I see Gretzky, I see Crosby, I see Taves, I see Ovi. They're all on the same team. They've all led their team to cups. I mean, not saying these other guys didn't as well, but just a lot longer tenure of these captaincies. Messier moved around. Lemieux unfortunately shortened a career. He did take up Stevie Y actually with I think Detroit the whole time. Sundin was amazing, Sakic, but I'm gonna give the
Thank
edge
you.
to Chippy.
Thank
over
you.
here.
Thank you. Some sirens. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well
It's
done.
definitely an era-adjusted list.
Era adjusted. I feel like the challenge for me personally, why I didn't pick some of the new players, one, because you grabbed Crosby before me, but
Yes.
two, because a lot of like the stories of like great leadership and stuff don't come out until years after they've retired. So you don't really hear like you hear some, but you don't hear like all the detail and stuff, like the reminiscing stories of like guys that have also retired and used to play with them. It's like, holy crap, he did that, you know, like all of
Yes,
that, the full
yes.
picture comes into
No,
play
yeah, I was
after they
just-
retire.
We were getting competitive there. I was biting you. You know, like, I think,
I love it.
I think.
I think there's gonna be a lot of people mad that Richard did not make the list.
I think
You redeemed us
There's
by-
a couple more. I think like
Oh, there's tons, yeah. But
Brett Hull or something.
let us know
like that.
down
like,
below who your favorite captain of all time is. Who do you think the top? Give us your top 3. Like,
Yeah, give us a top
try to make a top 3 and see how hard it is. You
Yeah,
know, like it's not easy, especially not for Chippy doing on the fly. I just grabbed a list of guys that I was like, okay, yeah, I could pick between them, and I just picked them live here. I didn't have a definitive list. I was kind of going on the fly.
Yeah, I think
But-
it was good. I think it was good. I think we drafted for both like all listeners. Like,
Yeah,
some
exactly.
kids
All
that-
age groups. Yeah. Speaking of all age groups, unless you guys had anything else we want to talk about, I wanted to do a shout out to a Puck Daddy fan.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Let's do it.
We got Leo from Boston. He's
Leo, what a
9 years old.
legend.
His mom emailed us in. He wrote us a letter, like a custom handwritten letter. He's
Legend.
9 years old and loves the pod. He wrote us a fan letter. He's so excited. He has a Puck Daddy hat that he wears to school. He wore it
Love
to school
it.
for the first day.
Leo.
I'll show you guys. There's a photo of him
Holy-
What a beauty.
with the Puck Daddy hat.
Way too much thigh.
By the way, I'm gonna jump in here real quick. I dropped Mason off at his school, his first day of school.
Yeah.
And a group of like grade 8 kids
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like, Puck Daddy, Puck Daddy.
way.
And I wasn't even wearing the hat or anything.
They
so.
just
That's
knew
unreal.
it's
That's
spreading like wildfire. We're gonna blow up this year. Anyway, I'll read you guys his letter. His handwriting is not bad for 9 years old. I will
Oh,
say
he's got,
better than Mason.
he
got
drew
swag handwriting.
he drew like our logo on it and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So let me just read this here. He says, "Hi Chippy, Jer, and Hayden. You are my favorite people to listen to. I hope you read this soon on the pod. Chippy, you could put oh my gosh, Chippy.
What did he say? What did
He said, Chippy, you could put prime Gretzky in a blender.
Prime Gretzky.
You're my favorite. He said, I'm from
Yeah.
Massachusetts. I'm 9.
Leo.
Yeah. He's rocking the pod at
Leo.
school, the Puck Daddy cap. Thanks, Leo.
You're a legend, brother.
You're a Puck Daddy. You're a
Keep
beauty.
it. Hey, Leo. I got a message to you right now. Keep it positive in the dome piece. Keep creating. Don't think too much. Just flow, baby. Keep it flowing, Leo. Let's go.
Love it.
I can just imagine he's got like the pod loaded on his iPod shuffle.
Listening to it. Yeah.
he's
Oh, do you
taking
want
it
a little Easter
on the bus
a
ride to
little,
school.
a little Easter eggs. If you guys go look at Dirks Bentley, shout out to Dirks.
Yeah.
He's been really in tune with the style and flow message lately.
go.
If you go look at his recent post before he goes out on tour, he goes to his whole band crew before the last thing. He goes, keep creating, Don't think too much.
Yeah.
Just flow. And that's I actually sent him I sent him a message. I sent a voice message a couple months back to him, and he's
Because
been-
his kids play hockey,
Yeah, his
right?
kids play hockey,
and they're
so-
obviously like
Yeah,
Coach
so-
Shippy, and he's
shout out to Dirks. He's really flowing.
yeah.
He's spreading the message.
I've always liked his
Keep
music
it positive in the dome piece.
too. Yeah. And thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week
Yeah,
because we're
appreciate
back to
it,
once a week.
Yep.
Let's go.
We're gonna blow this thing up.
We might even do a 24-hour stream or talk.
Yeah, they're like 20 episodes a week, something like that.
Gonna change the world.
Thanks
with
everyone.
my hockey
26,
stick.
dream big.
Gonna
do like
make a
100,000.
real difference. Feed the
we should
poor
do, like-
and heal the sick.
Yeah.
Peace.